So basically everybody knows that the world would come to an end. This would be driven by entropy, which is the idea that everything moves towards an impending chaos. But let's start from the beginning of the universe, at least a theory for such. The Big Bang Theory, which is likely the most well-known and accepted theory, it basically says the universe inflated until it sort of popped, in which the Big Bang occurred, which you can see by this very motion. Let's flash forward a couple billion years. We have things, microorganisms crawling on the Earth. Not exactly crawling, they're just single-celled microorganisms, prokaryotes. They don't do much. Anyways, let's move to about 439 million years ago. We had these she needs some milk. Anyways, so we moved to the 439 million years ago. We had these things called brachiopods and gropterites, but then the Ordovician, Silurian mass extinction happened, and they died. Well, not all of them, but a mass number of them, hence the mass extinction. Then there was the late Devonian period, about 364 million years ago. There were a lot of types of coral and Elpistosgelian. Anyways, they died too. Then flash forward to only 251 million years ago, we find the Permian extinction. This was basically 96% of the species on Earth dying, and that left only 4%. Now to the Triassic period, and this wasn't the dinosaurs. It kind of sounds like it, but it's not. This was when the weight shifted from mass population of mammals outweighing the dinosaurs to dinosaurs outweighing the mammals. Then came the Cretaceous-Tertiary mass extinction, and this was the dinosaurs. It's probably the most famous one. Most people know the story. The comet hits the Earth, blocks out the sun, things suffocate, no sunlight, all the dinosaurs are like, oh, fuck. And now we come to present-day Earth. But this isn't the end of the extinctions. We are currently in the 6th extinction. A lot of the past extinctions were due to climate change. And you know what's going on right now? Climate change. A driving force of climate change is man-made activities, primarily electricity production, industry, and transportation. So, all these activities are things that release greenhouse gases and toxins and are major catalysts for climate change. And you know the next mass extinction is likely to be mankind. So what can we do? Well, let's start with the fact that entropy is inevitable. Entropy is a heat-based phenomenon in a state function, meaning it pertains to the state as in structure of the thing and is determined by the volume, temperature, and pressure resulting in an equilibrium state. It can be assumed that this too is speeding up. So yes, the Earth is heating up, and that's going to help speed up entropy. So it can be assumed that climate change is a catalyst for speeding up entropy. Now, you may say if entropy is inevitable, the end's inevitable, why should I care? Well, you should care because it impacts you. And you may not think it impacts you because it's billions of years in the future, but it does. Because even if you look at now, it's April and we are cold. We are shivering. We shouldn't be shivering in April. So yes, it impacts you. And while we can't change the fact that the end will come, the Earth will end, the human race will eventually end, we can try to slow down the process we have already drastically sped up. How, you may ask? Well, you can recycle, carpool, and basically do everything you were told since kindergarten. This includes just turning off the lights when you leave and using fluorescent light bulbs. There are also other areas we can try to push towards, like using renewable resources and energy instead of coal and oil. So in the end, we can help the Earth. And we can not stop entropy, but hopefully delay it.